Greetings and salutations, YouTube. Friar Chuck here, and we are back with another episode of the Inquisitor here in Skyrim. Uh, in the last episode, we saw Kelril get a promotion, and he is now known as a Thalmor Peacekeeper, or Justiciar Peacekeeper.
Why, hello.
We were officially made a member of the Thalmor. Basically, just we got a promotion, so we now have this cool armor. Um, and he's kind of started to embrace the whole Thalmor thing a little bit more. And so I think he's going to take his title a little bit more seriously and start to, you know, be a peacekeeper. So basically, what that means, this is going to kind of just be a filler episode. We're going to be, um, fighting bandits and stuff like that. Trying to just kind of clear the way for a um for Thalmor rule. Oof. So obviously we haven't heard from Kalendor the Blade in a while. He is still very much alive. The series is still going on. I think I said in that episode, we in his last episode, I've got some things that I need to take care of off screen to really get everything set up. So basically, just story progression that I don't want to do on screen. What is my master volume for this? Nope. Audio. The music down a touch. So yeah, we still feel like this is too quiet. Okay, maybe that's better. Sorry. Anyway, but yeah, so we've got Kelro going, and obviously we dropped the third character in this little adventure. Um, the Wolfric, the Vampire Lord. So that's progressing. I'm having a lot of fun with this character, or with that character.
Huh?
I'm gonna try and
Come on in.
get some
Let me
bounties.
know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
My father was all the family I ever had. I felt so lost when he died.
Welcome
But
to the
crew of
Winking
Red
Skeever,
Wave's my
friend.
family now.
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Broken or grotto. Okay.
Bit of warming wine, Ilby?
Few things that I think we will. I've got like future missions in place that I'm just trying to get a little bit higher level to do because they're going to be difficult, and one of them is level locked.
Word is Ellenwen's furious. I've got a lot of respect for the Restoration School. Skyrim could use them.
Do I actually have any? I do actually have several restoration levels, but I think I kind of started off at like a 30, so.
What more healers?
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafingar's people will always be safe under my rule.
Your Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragonbridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed.
If I needed something from you, you would know it. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge.
I think...
Up here. Let's... Took this conjuration perk, but we didn't use conjuration for very long. Battle Mage might be useful. I do want to make us a little bit more tanky, so we will take Light Armor Mastery.
We'll have a grand parade. And let General Tullius march his troops from the Blue Palace...
You're trying. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for
We
what you
should be
do
able
with
to
the
take
knowledge.
a few levels. Okay, just 2.
You have a strong...
We're at 50 now.
What do you suggest?
Surely you have something better. Take a look. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge.
Level 51, that was a hell of a jump.
Take care
I
of
am the
yourself
Jarl's
and always
steward.
remember,
You mean the
the world is
dragon?
ripe with people looking
There
for
have
something
been
better.
reports. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on.
Bryling
But if you want to clear out the cave...
Okay, so again, he's not really sure what's going on in Wolfskull Cave, but at this point he's just trying to help the interest of the I could have sold that ring. I had an enchantment. I already had that enchantment. Okay.
Such foolishness would only leave us defenseless. The rebels would storm the palace in an afternoon.
The Stormcloaks only rebel.
Yes?
Empire uses Skyrim as its personal border.
I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
Feel
Stay
free
guarded.
to return to
You
me.
never
So
know
the
what could be out there.
destruction training is kind of needed because we're not getting levels.
The Imperials are
Thane
good for
Bryling,
business.
at your
Business is good for Skyrim.
I've got what I came for. I better get back to Dragonbridge.
You can sell off that junk at bits and pieces.
You should see me when you get bored, stranger.
Pelts and stuff. I said I wasn't gonna do crafting with him, but roleplay wise, we'll say that he's had people in the Thalmor embassy basically that have told him, hey, you've got to be able to make your own equipment and temper it because you're not always going to have someone that can do it for you. So he's practicing. Y'all may be able to hear me spamming the A button. I apologize. Oops, that was the wrong button. Sorry. I tried to... my controller, it's an elite controller, and so I've got the... I do think it's a little quieter. I don't know if it's any faster, but it's quieter. Or it's at least a different noise. Okay. So we had 97 leather, I think. So there's no telling how many. Actually,
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what can I help you with?
so ignore all of this. Like I have to have the mouse to be able to do any of that anyway.
But I'm afraid I'm
but-
too busy to hear them. Need something?
And here you can see some of the. I talked about the mod that added new Thalmor armor and stuff. You can see some of that in here. That's something completely different. That's different. Yeah, you see the Thalmor elven armor, Thalmor elven boots, gauntlets, helmet, light armor.
Arms and armor. Forged by
But
a
we are
master
wearing,
craftsman.
the Peacekeeper stuff, and then that's a glass bow with a retexture. But it's good. That looks like the ebony, the advanced armor. That's the. We have 428 leather strips. Oh my goodness. Okay. You know what? Y'all don't want to sit here and watch all of this. I'll be back. We are back. Training session is complete. So basically, our smithing is now up to 57. We ended up taking the advanced armors perk, the orcish smithing perk, and the dwarven smithing perk. I don't know if we actually needed to take the heavy armor perks. For the equipment that I will want in the future, but we did need advanced armors because we will have to take glass smithing eventually to get a set of armor. And then we also were training with Sybil Stendor. We actually have access to these 3 new destruction spells. And I've trained as much as I can. I've got to level up again. But we should be able to... With her, I think you can train up to level 70. So we'd be able to get all the way up to here. And we will be taking everything. And the Conjuration, this perk is a little useless now, but whatever. And yeah, we didn't do anything else. So basically now we're just going to work on the light armor tree, continuing with the one-handed, and then getting our destruction, alteration, smithing, and enchanting up. Enchanting I haven't taken anything in, but we will work with that eventually. I didn't realize I had so much freaking stuff. So we're geared up a little bit now. I should be able to upgrade this armor and weapons and stuff further. Oh, I need to take arcane smithing too. I'm gonna want that eventually. Right now it's fine, but there's that done. I am looking to get one more quest. I need to find him though. The headsman.
I don't abide fancy clothes, but you look like you might. I hear Radiant Raiment is a large selection.
Yeah, I'm here. More excited for this character because we're closing in on kind of some of the culminations of the quest lines for this character. I don't really know how anything's going to end.
Please, take pity on an old madman.
I don't know where he is. Well, whatever. We'll work on these quests. Not that. Not that. Not that.
Excuse me.
Hey, wanna
Could
play
I buy
tag?
2 leeks?
Fine, attack. You should get some
Jari Ra and Golemai
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
are the only.
You look like
Yeah, not messing
someone
with that
who can
either.
hold their liquor. How about a
Take my
friendly
advice.
bonus
Never
and a
gamble.
staff?
Damn
Seems
Ernst
there's
has
always
been
more to
dead
be
up
done.
the eyes.
Fletching suits me. It's difficult and sometimes tedious, but a well-made arrow strikes forth like
Him standing in the light there, staring at the corner, like. You know, I'm a godsend, but I'm in trouble.
Yes.
Excuse me. I didn't really realize it was that easy to just kind of skip over all of that. As far as the kind of the fourth character, I said I wanted to release these characters in pairs. Um, I know basically what the theme is going to be for the character, but I don't really have my creative juices aren't really flowing, so I don't have a backstory or anything in mind for it. Um, with the theme of them kind of being antagonistic to each other, or at least tied in some way, you can kind of get where it would be going with being connected to the vampire lord. But yeah, like I said, the creative juices just aren't really flowing, so I haven't come up with uh, a backstory or anything like that. I actually think this is part of a mod that I have Nope, never mind. That is supposed to be there. That is from a mod, I'm pretty sure. And there may be some characters that get released here that I just want to play and don't really have a true backstory for. Just like, hey, this is an idea that I think is neat, and you can see Castle Volkihar from here. That's what that is over there. All right, Broken Ore Grotto. So, what is he trying to fight me right now? So even with just improving our destruction ability, it will make us stronger because we'll be able to cast them for 0.5% less magicka.
You've been here for a while, right? Is someone there?
Yeah, not losing hardly any magicka from this. This is a decent place to stock up on stuff too, because that's good stuff to sell. Because I don't need the enchantment. This is a location to get one of the specific fish that you need for the fishing quest. I don't remember which one it is, but I know where to find them, so I'll show y'all when I get there. Obviously, if you do the fishing quest the way that you're supposed to, being that you fish everything up, it is a major pain. So I don't recommend doing it that way. But there are better ways to do it. Every fish appears stationary somewhere. By stationary, I mean they spawn in and you can just see them in the water and pick them up. So I definitely recommend doing it that way. I know with our unarmed Khajiit character, we did all the fishing missions. But there are, like I said, there are easier ways to do it.
Come on.
Good place to come if you're playing on survival, because there's lots of food here. I may one of these days make a survival mode character. I haven't done it before. See, that should be improving our destruction, which I think it is. because it doesn't improve if you just hit them with the like AoE effect, but like I just did there.
No more. I yield. I yield.
That got a little hairy in there. So he's dead. I need to turn on the missives. It's kind of cool. I need to turn on the missives mod. I don't really know why I have it turned off. As far as I know, it doesn't interfere with anything.
Come back here. Over here.
He's dead. Where's the other one? There he is. Boom. Where'd she take him? Yeah, it's definitely improving. Like I said, you have to make physical contact with the spell, or else it won't do it. Oh yeah, we're still looking for the... Let's see if I can buy those. The spells that unlock chests. Because I do have... Actually, I say that. I don't know that I do. There is a spell in Anniversary that will unlock chests for you, but we haven't gone and gotten it yet. I'm really glad that we got the key for that, because if I would have tried to lockpick it and that was all that was in there, I would have been very frustrated. Smithing increased to 58. You love to see it. Do I have any... I do. I have 6 iron ores. And 2 madness ores. One build that's interested me a lot is making a Sheogorath themed build using like the madness stuff and the Wabbajack and stuff like that. I think that would be so. Jari Raw up to something, huh? So yeah, great place to come if you're playing on survival and need food, because there's a ton of it here. There's a skill book here. There's stuff to loot. It is a pretty tough location to clear. Those bandits were no joke, because we are hitting pretty hard now, and they took a few hits, especially the captain. Okay, I'll show y'all where to find some of the places you can find the fish. These fish aren't necessarily hard to catch, but like I said, it's a lot easier to do it this way. I think they are going to be more towards the entrance. So over here in this vicinity. I really like this dungeon. It's really different from a lot of the other stuff. They're not here. They're back the other way. But you can... I think it's dire fish that you can catch here. And they're back in the opposite vicinity. But either way, it is a location that you can find the the bear pelt. Give me that. Oh, another bear pelt. Ooh, a piece of candy. There's more up here. Wolf pelt. So definitely a good place to come. There's a lot you can get here. Another bear pelt. And like I said, I promise there are I think it's the dire fish that's here. But they were back at the back, so you just have to go find them. And yeah, lots of food, so a good place to hit up on survival. Honestly, if I was going to do a survival mode playthrough, it would probably be a stealth archer. Just because stealth archer is probably one of the most forgiving playstyles. So I don't have to focus on anything too technical, and it would just be, oh, let me get the, just focus on the things that I have to have, like food and not being cold. Okay, so we took care of the bandits. Take that off for now. And now we will go work on this. Obviously, we as the player know what this is. He has no idea what he's getting into, though. Kelril doesn't. He's just thinking, okay, I'm doing, it's going to just be some bandits or something. I'll go clear them out. Bandits, maybe some, wimpy little necromancers. Nothing too crazy. Go in here, kill them, move on. But yeah, so we'll just get into that. This is one of those quests that it's going to be a one-time thing, and I think I'm okay with doing it on this character just because this isn't it. I don't know that I've ever been in this cave. So we're going in. Shadow green. Oh, I didn't really mean to do that. Oh well, doesn't matter. I haven't been pushing. I'm gonna save that. I haven't been pushing stamina at all. Okay, so there's gonna be Spriggans here. Almost guaranteed that. Actually, I may have been here before now that I'm thinking about it, but Hunter should have. He doesn't. He just has food. Lame. Usually they have maybe fish here. There are. It's just salmon, but hoping there would be something unique there. Okay, I do think this is here. I think it's in base game Skyrim. I'm pretty positive. I don't think it's added in through a mod. There is something here, I believe, that was added with one of the mods that I have that we won't be picking up because it will be something that we use with a different character. Oh. deer. Sweet. Now that we're actually leveling up our smithing. I just knew there were going to be brigands here. Potions, may not be worth us coming in here and looking around. Gonna be a lot of Spriggans. I have a feeling. Yeah, there's another Spriggan. Spriggans do a lot of damage, so we're leaving. What? They are so freaking far away. What the hell? And I have pretty high health now. We're at like 200. Okay, we're out. I'm not messing with this. But yes, I have been to this cave before. Spriggans are a problem. There may have been 2 of them. That could have been what the problem was, but still. Spriggan drain life spells, no joke. I just saw that cave name and I was like, what the hell is this? Evidently it's full of Spriggans. And I have been there before, like I said. It is from a specific mod. There's something in there from a specific mod, and that's why I went there to find it. And, yeah, the Spriggans are a little spicy. Where am I? Okay, it's way over here. Skull Cave. Just follow the road. We'll get there eventually.
Why is that? The Meads won't argue your ear off about which one should go.
Hell, real lot what it would end up doing is pissing him off, and he doesn't feel the need to do all that. How did I completely missed the road, apparently. So that's the Steed Stone, I think that's up there. I'm not 100% positive, but I do believe that's which one that is. Yeah, as far as time-wise. Okay, we still got a little bit of time. What is this even here for? Okay, there are steps, but it's just leading up to a freaking onto the road. I don't understand. Don't make a lot of sense. Doesn't make a lot of dollars either. Okay, Wolf Skull Cave. See skeletons, so his natural assumption is just, yeah, weak necromancers that he can dispatch pretty easily. So he's going in with a good bit of confidence. Obviously he's not as arrogant as he was earlier in the series. You know, his whole experience with the you know, those mages in that cave that took him out of it. You know, took him a...
What was that?
That took some of his confidence and arrogance away. He has tempered confidence, you know, if it's... Yeah, and there's... I need to get healing spell. This is what I need. I need to get closed wounds or something. This is a little irritating. What do I have in the way of powers? Not anything actually useful. Okay. This.
Where are you? I'll end your miserable life.
Before it kind of scared me a little bit. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna fall. Dying because of it. Should have slept back there. That was a mistake. This is new for him. He doesn't...
Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Potema. We summon Potema.
So he's...
Long have you slept the dreamless...
He's well educated, and of course he did extra
no longer
research and learning and stuff with the
summon you.
when he joined the Thalmor. So he does know who Potema is, and he knows that them trying to bring her back is not the best thing in the world. In fact, he would consider that very bad for the interests of the Thalmor and just kind of Tamriel in general. He knows that she was a very powerful necromancer and was quite crazy. So I don't see this at this point that he's got to stop this.
Yes,
I'm gonna say he's kind of
return me to this realm. Summon you, the blood of the innocent binds you, Wolf Queen. Summon
his goals have kind of shifted a little bit. Obviously, he still is.
What? What are you doing?
He still is.
You cannot bind me to your will.
His main goal is that he wants to take out his father. But he sees places
you
where
ants don't have the power to bind me.
Where his interest can kind of align with the Thalmor's. So And with this in general, he does not see any situation where having Potema back is helpful to him, or again, really anybody else. And he really would view these
Something
necromancers
is
as
wrong.
quite
There is
stupid.
an intruder.
Like, oh, they're just like, oh yeah, we can bind her and keep her here and control her. No, you really can't. I don't know that she is like the most powerful necromancer, but one Draugr was honestly harder to deal with than these people, but he stopped it. So not really useful to us, but so that was really kind of anticlimactic. It wasn't hard to deal with. Um, again, player knowledge is knowing that it's not over. And in his head, I think he thinks, that was way too easy. But he is going to make his way back until Falk. Firebeard. Hey. The thing you sent me to deal with, yeah, was a bigger deal than you thought. And then, of course, he would follow that up with a report to the higher-ups in the Thalmor, because, again, they kind of need to know. What is... Oh, okay. It's part of Meridia's temple. I was like, what the hell is this? Why is it here? It's part of Meridia's temple. I've never actually been up here without doing that mission, so... And we're really not interested in doing that mission, because there's not a real reason why this character would. He's not opposed to Daedra. He's not opposed to Daedra, it's just Meridia doesn't suit his needs at all. Okay, this is going to end up working out perfectly as far as timing goes. I'll probably in between episodes do a little bit of
Tools, wares, and weapons. All for sale.
a little bit more grinding.
I welcome you, friend. Take a look.
Which is going to be sell for a ton, but
May your road lead you to warm sands.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something.
levels of destruction training from, or get more levels of destruction training from Sybil. We should be able to get another 5, but really the main thing is I want to get to level 60, because then we can see an uptick in our the damage of our spells.
Oh, hello. Just tidying up.
Hello, sir.
You've returned. Potema herself. Please tell me you've done a larger service to the realm than you could possibly know. A resurrected Potema.
Did that.
I shudder at the thought. May the gods watch over your battle. Excellent.
600
You've
gold
done
for
us a
that,
great
and
service.
100 gold for...
Here's your reward.
Wait, because it's the dead of night, and
If
she's
I
a
needed
vampire.
something from you, you would know it. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge.
We had 7,000 gold, and we're still not able to train all the way. How much money do we
I can
need?
teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you
1,900.
do with the knowledge.
Not gonna have enough.
I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for... Take a look.
She have like fast healing at the very least. She does have fast healing. I don't have the money for it, but she has it.
Take...
I mean to do that. Well. Got 2. So,
yourself.
okay, before we do this,
Please remember.
I need to check and see what is going to level us up, or what's going to power up our... So, Elemental Bolt does 39 points of fire damage and 39 points of shock damage. So, I want to level this up and see what's going to help more. So, I'm guessing fire probably will. So, with that, it is now at 46.
Right with people looking...
So, yes, fire damage is fine. And the other one is going to be frost or shock. I think when we took shock before, it didn't do a whole lot. So let's take frost and just see what happens. It's 49 before, now it's 53. So, yay! We're now doing 106 points of damage on a spell that costs 22. That's pretty, it's pretty strong. Plus, we've still got this. I don't know if it's going to actually do any good or not, but it's there. Plus, we have Deafening Shock, Chilling Frost, and Devouring Flames.
I have so very many ways to deal with people. Very few of them. You're trying my patience. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible.
We've
for
still
what
got
you
5
do
more
with the
levels of
knowledge.
destruction training. So we get to 70, we'll cut off the training. Be able to make a little bit more money because I've got I can make pelts and then clear that out. Oh hey, it's you.
You
Yes.
wouldn't be a sellsword, would you? I told everyone he died during questioning. Good. I'll have a sack of coin waiting for you when you get back.
Ironback hideout. No,
Remember.
that's actually very easy to get to, and there's like 2 people there, so that shouldn't be hard. Very awkward that it got added on, that we found him now, but
I've got a little work if you're interested, traveler.
whatever. Okay, so 6 wolf pelts. Snow fox pelt. The fact that a wolf pelt and a fox pelt give you the exact same amount of Leather is absolutely insane to me. Quick leveling process. Again, this is the only reason why, not the only reason, but I keep this mod active specifically for the ability to do this. I can make... Excuse me. I can make these fallen night coats, and it levels up smithing so fast. See, we're at 63 now. I need basically nothing to get. Wait 7 hours.
Seems there's no way. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
His inventory has not reset. That's kind of irritating.
Return anytime you need arms or armor.
I'll finish this up in between episodes, get where I need to be. But anyway, you guys, I'll see you in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed. This is Friar Chuck saying bye-bye.